Are y'all ready to have some fun? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live. The show will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live. I am so glad y'all joined us tonight. I am your host tonight, Miss Carolyn. Well, just call me Carolyn, and I am live. Thank goodness I am alive and I'm live. I'm here with some great guests tonight. I'm super excited about this show. I've been looking forward to it. I am here with the East and the Crow Band. Now, it's very important that you add those these because I left out a the, and I'm so sorry. I beg of thee to forgive me.
You are nowhere near the first person to leave out a thee or two.
If you're not calling us the Easter Crow, we're good.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I didn't think about being proper. So, Mr. Crow, tell me about yourself. So, guys, I am so thrilled you're here with us tonight. I know we don't have all of the members of the band, but we have at least most of you guys here. Well, three of you. How many members are there actually?
Most of the time we perform with 5, but we have some other people that come in and write with us. We've had other guys that have played with us, and we've got some different subs and things. But yeah, it's pretty much the 5 right now.
So. Awesome. Well, I am glad that I got 3 out of 5. So I would say 3 out of 5 band members agree Carolyn's Corner is the place to be. I just made that up. That was pretty good.
OG3.
Yeah. What was that, Wade?
You got the OG3.
I like it. So, before we get into the music, and we have lots of music of you guys to share, I want to get to know you. We have plenty of time. We don't have another guest. If you don't have anywhere to go quickly, I don't have anywhere to go except for the living room. That's about it. So let's start by having you introduce yourselves. Let's see. How about let's start with Brian. Let's start with Brian.
Yes, ma'am. I am Brian Wright. I'm the lead singer, and I write 90% of the lyrics.
Awesome. And tell them a little bit about yourself. Where do you live, if you want to share that?
I'm in Portland, Texas.
Nice.
I've been in San Antonio, Refugio, Corpus, but always called South Texas home. So back home in Portland now.
Very nice.
I got a beautiful wife, and I have a what happened to our screens?
I was just adjusting it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get you in the center, I think.
I was trying. Now I'm over here in this big screen and y'all are in the little screen. If y'all scoot closer together, look what I can do. Scoot closer together. Let me see. There. Better. Now we're not the Brady Bunch. We are We Are Family. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Brian. I don't know.
I was just giving the Price is Right introduction. I've got a beautiful wife at home and a baby girl.
I got to go back the other way. We're going back the other way. Sorry. Go ahead.
She's a year old.
She's how old? How old is your baby girl?
She's fixing to be 1 in a couple of weeks.
Oh man, congratulations! Is that not the best thing you've ever done? I think. I bet.
It's unbelievable.
Once you have kids, I agree with you. Once you have kids, it completely changes your life, and especially, I think, from a daddy with a baby girl. Oh God, watch out! You're in for a world of hurt and a world of joy at the same time.
Yep. I had these two guys leading the way. They started a couple years before me, so
nice. So all of you
musically and baby wise,
yeah.
So y'all beat him to the punch, huh?
Oh yeah, but I remember when you told me, dude, that you were having a baby. I was like sobbing over here in the corner. I was like, you couldn't tell anybody else, and I'm like, oh come on, man, I'm so proud of you. It's so awesome.
It really is an awesome, huge thing. See you fellas around. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? Ryan, how are you? Sorry, I'm going to interrupt y'all occasionally because I like to read the comments. And I like the way people are pairing this channel. Thank you so much for doing that. Welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live, everyone. We're so glad you're here. So, Brian, I've got plenty more I want to get to on you and all of you. But let's let everybody else introduce themselves. I know your first name, Lee. Tell them all about yourself. I feel like I'm on the game show. Tell them all about yourself and where you're from.
I'm Lee Dykes. I play bass, keys, and whatever else I have to do to fill in. I've been with these guys for, almost 6 years now or something like that. We started playing covers and then moved on to writing material together, and it's just been fantastic. We've learned a lot about music together, even, on top of what we, each brought to the table. I have 3 kids myself.
3?
Yeah.
So you look like you're not even old enough to be. I don't even know. You look so young.
I'll take it. That's fine. Yeah.
I agree. I'm serious.
occasionally I try to put my drink on the band tab, and they're like, "No, not without your ID," and I'm like, but yeah, so
That's great. I hope it stays like that for you forever.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I remember. I'm not much of a lyrics writer. I really appreciate Brian being around, so like I just try to keep things going. Yeah, I'm originally from Vermont, but that statehood has now been stolen from me in the band, and you can talk about that in a little bit. I've lived in Portland on and off for like 15 years or something.
Wow, that is so cool that y'all are so close to us yet so far away.
Yeah,
that is cool. I lived in Portland for a while too. I like that town. I do. And I lived in Corpus and I lived in Port Aransas. So we've been we've probably seen each other at the beach once in a while. Whatever. Yes. So welcome. We really appreciate you being here, Lee. And last but certainly not least, we have Wade. Wade, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Absolutely. My name is Wade, and I am the rhythm guitarist on for the East and the Crow. I have two beautiful children, a boy and in that order. And I'm a South Texas boy who bought a farm in Vermont, and that's where I am now. But I do travel back to play with the band quite a lot.
Wow. So you live in Vermont and you travel to back and forth occasionally to play with them. Wow. So where are you from originally? You said you're a South Texas boy.
I am. Yeah. San Antonio is where I grew up. Went to school in Austin. I maintain a house in Aransas Pass, which is where I spend a lot of my time to play with the band.
Nice.
They're in the snowy tundra of Vermont.
Wow, that is really cool.
Pick him up from San Antonio and bring him back to that house in Aransas Pass this Saturday so we can play some more shows.
Absolutely. Well, and what's cool is you can, when it gets too cold there, you can just come here, and when it gets too hot here, you can just go there. Hey, you got the best of all the world.
We just need to get the whole band migrating with the weather back and forth.
Y'all need to be like the geese. And the geese, I don't know. I'm not good with anything pretty much. So the geese fly wherever they go. So y'all need to go the way of the geese. In fact, I think that should be the title of your next song. I'm just saying, The Way of the Geese. I think it's a great title. There you go. You're welcome, courtesy of Carolyn from Carolyn's Corner. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Wade?
I was just saying we should change the band name to the East and the Geese. I think that flows a little.
It does. No. Why didn't y'all think of that? That brings me to a very important question, Wade. How did y'all come up with a name, the East and the Crow band? It's just the East and the Crow.
Yeah.
I want somebody to explain it because it's an interesting story, I'm sure.
It is not.
And,
it is not.
It is not interesting.
He'll make it
all.
interesting. It's fine.
So which one of you is East and which one of you is a crow is what I'm wondering, I guess. That's what I'm thinking.
You're the ampersand.
Point the band came because we sat around for literally months trying to come up with a band name, and we were not successful. And then one day it hit me while I was having a personal moment, and I came up with this idea for the band called the East and the Crow. It meant absolutely nothing, and I brought it to the band, loved it. Brian then said, "As long as it gets to be the Crow," and that's how the came up.
Okay, so Brian, you're the Crow.
I claim it. I don't actually live the lifestyle, but I claim it as a joke.
Now, okay, I know I'm not hip. I told y'all I'm not hip. So what does being the Crow include? What is included with being the Crow? What does it mean? I know there's a meaning behind it. There's got to be. You're going to say, Carolyn, you don't know the meaning of that. I'm like, no.
He has to call it things from the top of telephone poles. That's his only job.
That's a good job.
I'm just not from the East.
You're just not from the East?
At one point,
I'm not from Vermont, so I'm the Crow.
I think at one point the band was able to claim that everybody else was from further east than you, and that worked out okay. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
No, because
Pete's from here, so I don't know. Maybe he was born 10 miles east of you.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. So instead of them calling you the black sheep of the band, you're the Crow.
The Crow.
That's kind of the feeling I'm getting from just the vibe.
I am the black sheep of the band. I'm the only one that does not play an instrument.
You don't play, really? Wow, but you make up for that in spades with your singing. Let me tell you, y'all. Y'all are so good. I'm serious. When we got to see you twice, and I was actually 3 times. By the way, if you're trying to hold up fingers in the camera, you got to be careful because the camera's not where you think it's going to be. Anyway, 3 times. It's weird. So we got to see you at BAM Fest here in Beeville just a couple of weeks ago, and that was so awesome. We didn't have as big of a crowd as I wanted. I was so disappointed, but hey, it happens. And then we followed y'all. We kind of stalked you a little bit. We went to Scores because y'all were at Scores. And check it out. Ironically enough, Scores has just become our first sponsor for Carolyn's Corner.
Woo!
Yes. In fact, I have a commercial I made, and I'm going to play it in 20 minutes. Don't let me forget.
Okay.
Y'all are young. Don't let me forget. Because I'm thrilled, and they are also sponsoring Carolyn's Corner radio show.
Awesome.
So yeah, they're great people. I really, really like them. And so of course, anytime y'all need a place to go, let me know, and maybe or y'all talk to her and say, hey, we got the East and the Crow band. They were so good. Because I really like it. It's a great atmosphere. We went there last night. They have just so you know, they have open mic on Wednesdays now. And it was just a nice atmosphere, and there were a lot of people there. So I thought, come back on a Saturday or a Wednesday maybe. It was weird because they did bring in a big crowd, but
we had probably the best experience we've had at a venue like ever. Sorry, Wade. They put out a spread of all their different appetizers and stuff, and they were jamming along to the music, and they were just so friendly and nice. We had a great experience.
That is so cool. Yeah, I agree. They are very friendly, and they made me feel that way too. Very welcome. Man, I'm glad that they welcomed you guys like that. Is that the first time y'all played it? And I use y'all a lot. I'm sorry. Is that the first time you fine folks had played at Scores?
Yes. Yeah, we played BAM Fest twice now. And then we played
we played Republic Barbecue, which is how we got tied into that, is similar ownership or some kind of connection there.
Yeah, it's the same owner, I heard.
Yeah.
That's how we got linked with Scores, was by reaching out to Republic to come back there.
So that's the way to do it, and it's all about networking. You meet somebody, and they know somebody, and they know somebody. And y'all saw me. I was like a videographer up there filming you. Like, check it out, because y'all are really good. The energy, man, y'all jump up and down like you got ants in your pants.
You haven't seen anything until you see us perform with Wade.
Oh, y'all gotta let me know where and when. In fact, before we do anything else, let me remember to ask you, where are you playing next? Are you playing anywhere locally next?
I play where they tell me to show up. So Lee can answer that question. People ask me all the time, like,
sorry, Lee, I
don't know. I just send them
like, be here at this time.
Here, and then it happens, sort of. But yeah, so we're gonna be in Lukenbach, which is not technically local, but it's pretty cool to play on Lukenbach because that's kind of a Texas institution, right?
It sure is.
Lukenbach, May 6th. And then we're going to be back down in South Texas, back home playing Surf Club, which is kind of one of our, our home base gig there.
Yeah.
May 12th. And then on the 14th, we're playing the main stage at Buck Days in Corpus, which is the big Corpus Christi festival. It's going to be quite awesome. That was Wade got us hooked up into that, and I think it's going to be great.
That's going to be great, yeah.
The last one in May that we have so far is actually just the three of us, because we're trying to, we've got a smaller venue, so we're trying a smaller format. We're going to be playing just down the road from you at Yo-Yo's Homemade Burgers in Three Rivers. So
I'm not familiar. They must be new.
They've done live music. I think they're next to Three Rivers Bar.
I know exactly where that is. Okay.
Right down there in the main Three Rivers.
And what date was that again?
The 18th of May.
Wow.
So that's it for the May shows.
Wow, that is really cool. I'm going to try to make it to at least one of those shows. And I'd like to remind all of our viewers, please, anytime you can, go and support these great guys, because they need your support. They need fans. They need listeners. They need viewers. Whatever they can get, they need it, and they deserve it. They're working hard. They're working hard for their money. I always try to sing and impress the band, because they're like, what? Who is that? She's so great. Just kidding. I'm not really trying to impress you. I'm just kidding. So that's a lot of nice gigs. I like that. So Lukenbach, Texas. How far away is that from Corpus, for example? I don't even know.
See, I don't know, because I'm flying in from California to show up, so I just know it's an hour from the San Antonio airport.
Wow. I have never been to Lukenbach, but that would be cool.
I think it's about 3 hours from here.
Yeah, so it's just outside of Fredericksburg. It's big. It's actually a motorcycle rally that we're playing at. So we're opening up. We're opening the whole kind of festival thing. We're doing the party night kind of deal, and it's going to be just a blast. I've been working with a lady for a couple of years, and then it's pandemic stuff, and it finally this year she said, "All right, let's do it," and we're there. So it's going to be awesome.
That is so great. So great. And you know what? I'll do the same. Any chance I get and any opportunity that arises in my little world, I'll say, hey, if y'all want me to, hey, come on. You want to play at my house for the night? No, I'm just joking. So I'm just
As long as
checking
there's
our,
going to be people there, we're down.
no, you know
we'll
what?
only
I
do
know
one by one.
exactly, exactly. We do have something big that's in the pipeline that we're working on, but it's going to be a while. And you are front and center on my list. Yeah, because we really don't have any finalized plans yet. We're hoping that it comes to be this year. I'm like that's how big of a deal we hope it's going to be. But it's going to be here locally probably. I'm just trying to find this and make sure that I've reached everyone. So again, I want to thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm trying to find the video. Hold on, guys. I just want to make sure that we're all good to go. I see that a lot of people have linked it. I really appreciate that. Stand by.
Yeah, I don't know when it says paired, if that means that they're right there, but it's pretty cool. Ryan Garza is a local South Texas musician as well, but I think he just moved to Chicago and he's figuring out the music scene up there. So that's pretty cool.
Nice. That's one of
Yeah.
the viewers, right? Okay, that's awesome. I'm trying to I appreciate it so much. I think that is what it means when they pair it. So that means that it's going to show up on their page as well. Hey Sarah, I think that's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm learning all this new. I really am learning. I'm trying to find the video. I'm having no luck. Let's see. Hold on.
There's a few different Carolyn's pages, so I'm not sure which one it should
I know. Oh Lord, I've had such a hard time with that because we had another Carolyn's Corner page that we were using, and Facebook blocked us. And when they blocked us, I panicked because I'm like, we have to be to me, we had to do it. We had to get to our people. And I couldn't get on there. And so I created another page. And so now we have confusion, but I have it set to stream live to all of these platforms, believe it or not. Cool. So, but I don't see the video. So if you're commenting and I'm not commenting back, I'm so sorry. Or if I'm not responding. So I hope and pray that everything's working okay. It's all I can do from right now. We're just going to keep going because I know that we are live. That's all I really care about right now. So welcome.
Yeah,
we are live and alive. So we've got about 10 minutes until we play the commercial because I want to make sure I do that for our brand new affiliate. I'm so thrilled to have Scores join our little family because I appreciate it more than you can know. Carolyn's Corner is growing as fast as we possibly can, as fast as I can keep up with my bad foot. It feels like I'm just like, hold on, because now and I just added Apple Podcasts, by the way.
Oh, wow.
It was on there, or Apple, I guess it's, Apple Podcast. It was there, but I had forgotten to approve something. So it just sent me an email today. So hopefully we are live there as well. I don't know, but of course I'll double check and send you all the links. So I've got lots of songs that you guys sent, and I wanted to point out something that I think is so cool. I think it was Lee, I believe, one of you said, you do not do any covers when you play. Is that right? Was that Lee or was that Brian?
We kind of cut out the cover thing entirely. Like,
wow.
Well, we originated it like as the duo, me and Wade doing cover kind of stuff. And when Brian came on, we tried to do a hybrid approach, and it just really wasn't what we wanted to do. We wanted to write. So once we kind of hit that critical mass of songs, we're like, we're going to stop with the covers. Like, we want to show,
right?
Like, you don't see, Ed Sheeran doing covers on stage, and that's the goal, right? Is like to be a band that somebody wants to go see and like recognizes us for our music. Now, sometimes we might play the songs twice, little tidbit, but like. Sometimes people dance along the second time or like start singing around. I saw you, Carolyn.
I know. I was singing with it.
So like, it doesn't hurt to play it twice because then it really gets in your head.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree because when you sang it again, and I think, we'll talk about that. I forgot which one it was, but I was like, man, I told my husband, I really like this song. I was over there singing along. I do, because you really listen another time. You're like, did I hear that right the first time? And that's why I like being able to play the videos on here for our viewers and listeners, because hopefully they'll really tune in and really listen to those lyrics, because they're really some great songs. Y'all are very talented. I like the songs a lot. I really do. Thank you. You're welcome. We've had a lot of songwriters. In fact, that is one of the prerequisites with our singers, songwriters, is that they do write their own material, because, I wanted, not just for copyright issues, but just because I want to know, I want to feel it from you, you know, and I know I'm feeling it from you guys because y'all have written some great. I'm just so excited about your music. And I have 10 minutes. So I think what we're going to do, if it's okay with you guys, if y'all are ready, I think we'll go ahead and play one of the songs right now. Okay.
Sure.
So, yeah. So the first song we're going to play is, let me make sure I got this right. Can't Blame It on the Rain. Who wants to tell me about that? Whoever was involved in writing it and so forth.
This is the front man's job. Go ahead, Brian. Tell him about Can't Blame It on the
Poor
Rain.
Brian. Wait, did you tell him to go ahead too?
I am the biggest introvert, y'all.
Really?
Actually, I found a new term. It's introvert.
Introvert. All right.
Yeah.
You're an entrepreneur introvert?
No.
I was going to say, is that worse than an introvert?
It's an introvert when you're uncomfortable. And
Really?
the most extrovert person in the room when you're very comfortable.
Okay.
So that's really,
right.
So that's why I'm on stage.
Is that what Can't Blame It on the
No,
Rain is
you-
about?
You are like that on stage. When you said introvert, I'm like, what? You're the biggest. I mean, you were jumping around and dancing, and I was. You're an introvert. Okay.
We just posted a meme earlier about that. It's like me on stage versus me off the stage or whatever.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That is cool. So tell us about that song. Can't Blame It on the Rain. By the way, I like that song a lot. Go ahead. Tell me about it. Tell them about it real quick.
Can't Blame It on the Rain is just kind of like being down in your feelings, being down in your thoughts, and it being, you know, real dreary outside and raining, and you just like, man, today just sucks. You know, it's raining outside. It's this, it's that. It's like, no, don't blame it on the rain. Like you're in your head. You know, it's all you. You can get out of this, but don't blame the rain, because the rain, to me, is a chance to like wash away everything. Like every time it rains, it's like go outside and you wash away yesterday's stuff. So that's, to me, that's what Can't Blame It on the Rain was when we wrote those lyrics.
I like that. That is a really nice way to look at it, and it's absolutely true. So y'all wrote them collectively?
He wrote the lyrics all himself, but we wrote the song. Like Wade and I kind of came up with the music together, and everybody else in the room. We really appreciate like a collaborative writing experience.
Yeah.
So we'll pluck out some bars, and then like he's like, oh, I like that, I'm gonna write to that, and then he takes out like the iPad and he starts typing away like right there, or the phone, and he's like writing lyrics and like, okay, keep going. So we'll loop it, and we're working out what our parts are going to be, and it's just like a lot of our songs were written right here in this room, you know, like top to bottom. So
yeah,
and this is definitely one of them.
It's very, very we're a very collaborative band.
Wow.
I think Wade's probably the only person in this band who, well, no, I guess Ralph too, who could sit down and pick up a guitar and write a song start to finish and be like, hey, I have a song that's finished.
Wow, Wade. Gosh, that's amazing. That's such an amazing gift. It really is. And you know what I think is cool? Being a songwriter myself, I think it's cool that you have your co-writers. You all intertwine and help each other. You don't have to go outside of, and say, hey, I need a co-writer to help me write this. I mean, and you all agree upon I think it's just great. I mean, you all bring your own little thing to the song. I know you do. And I know you each have your own unique styles and personalities. So I think that's awesome. And that's what's making your songs, your music so appealing, I think. It's just a combination of all of you and a mix of styles. And we'll get to that in a minute, okay? Let's go ahead and play this first song, okay?
Sure.
All right. So this is Can't Blame It on the Rain. I love this. I love all your songs that I've heard. And I think I've heard almost all of them now. Here we go. Yes, by the East and the Crow Band. Make sure you put to these. Here we go.
This is a new one called Can't Blame It on the Rain. Hope you guys dig it.
The reason
your wife said.
All right. Thank you so much. That was great. I love that song. Don't blame it on the rain. So, folks, I noticed we're having a little bit of an issue with Facebook. It is not live streaming like it should be, and I do apologize. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I really do apologize.
We're live on the band's page, so you can share that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can share that with my Carolyn's Corner page, the one with the group? Because you are better at it than I am. It's hard for me to multitask.
I can try.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I appreciate it very, very much.
Yeah.
Because most of our listeners are on the Carolyn's Corner one, because I have two. It's so confusing. I'm sorry. That was a great song. I love that song. Don't blame it on the rain. Blame it.
Yeah.
It's so great. And y'all are so upbeat and so energetic. I need to play that commercial real quick while you're doing that, Lee, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Let me get that over here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome our new sponsor, Scores Bar and Grill. They are our new Carolyn's Corner affiliate, and I'm so happy and so proud. I made this little video for them. Go check them out. It's a great place to hang out with your friends, have some great food and great drink and great fun, great drinks. Here we go.
Just a
Gentlemen, did you hear the great news? Scores Bar and Grill has been remodeled and it is now open. That's right, Scores is open. They have great lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for only $6.99. Every Wednesday they have open mic starting at 7 p.m. And don't forget to ask about the Mother's Day brunch. Special reserve tickets are required and the seating is very limited. All of their information is on their Facebook page at Scores Bar Beeville. So go check them out at 1502 North St. Mary Street, right here in Beeville. You'll be so glad you did. Wow, thank you, and welcome to the family, Scores Bar in Beeville, Scores Bar and Grill in Beeville. Like I said, I'm really thrilled. I'm hoping that this is the beginning of a lovely, beautiful relationship, and I'm hoping it's just the beginning, because we hope to add more affiliates as we go on and progress with Carolyn's Corner. And like I said, we are having an issue with Facebook Live. Were you able to share that with me, Lee?
It said that I can't join your group or something. So
okay,
I'm gonna copy the link and message it to you, though.
Yes, please do. That'll be better than, not that it's not nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
should talk more about that song. Some of the, if we want,
Yes, go ahead. Please do. Please do. I'm gonna while you're doing
that song. What are some things that stand out to you, or about that song that's different from other songs that we do?
Well, I like the sound of it. Hold on just a minute. Let me get this. I like the sound of it and the lyrics. I just like it. I don't know. I can't even describe it. It's just, can't blame it on the rain. I don't know. I like the lyrics. You just can't blame it. It's hard for me to describe. I just really like it. It makes my heart smile. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
I know that's not a very good description, but let me hear from our viewers. What is something you like about that song? Guys sound good. That's what my friend Sarah said. And Sarah knows, believe me, Sarah's been around watching with us. Can somebody go on our Facebook page and try to, obviously it's not there. I'm so sorry.
Wait, were you going to say something?
I'm sorry?
Who's that? No. I thought you were going to say something, Wade. Go ahead, Wade.
Yeah, no, that's one of my favorite songs to play live. I have three that are very top of the list of the songs to play live, and that has such a bopping feel to it. And the only thing about that song that gives me pause is the relation in the title, Milli Vanilli. Sorry, Brian.
Oh yeah, hold on. I'm typing this to see if people can see this. I'm so sorry we had
Milli Vanilli. What's this?
Say it again. Hold on just a minute. Let me write this down. Okay. Now say it again, Wade. I'm so sorry. I don't like to be distracted, but I don't like distracted. Can someone on Facebook see this message? I want to make sure. I guess so. It showed up. So I see it now. Thank you so much, Lee. Okay, say it again. I'm so sorry. We're back on track, I hope.
No, I was just saying that's one of my favorite songs to play live. Really enjoy playing that song. Band tweaks together on that one, and when we hit that bridge on stage and in person for the audience, it's killer. We get a lot.
Yeah, I can see the crowds when you're playing with big crowds. I bet they just go wild on that song, don't they?
It's fun. I mean, for it to be, and I think that's one of the nice things is I take kind of darker lyrics, but the energy that the band puts into the music, it's like we're all coming from the same place, but it it just makes you happy, and it's not necessarily a happy song. It's just indifferent. We
I
actually
know.
we actually just took that song into the studio, and that's going to be our first single off of the new album.
Oh, wow. Well, wise choice. Like I said, I do like it, and I guess that's what it is. It just makes me happy. It's just the upbeat feeling of it. It just makes me like, man, I like this song. And I wish I could see the printed lyrics. I'm sorry, Lee, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just waving. My mom just joined.
Oh, hi, Mom. How are you? So, for those of you on our Facebook, thank you so much for pairing our show. We are having issues with our Facebook Live, and it's very upsetting. But I don't want to start the show completely over to fix it. I don't think I can. It won't let me do it while I'm on the show. I don't believe. Hold on just a minute. Let me try this. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I hate to do this, but I'm going to try it.
So that new track that's coming out.
Sorry, I'm not going to try it because I don't want to mess everything up.
I was like, we can just talk. We can vamp. It's fine. But
I know. I'm just upset because most of our listeners are on our Facebook, but it's okay. At least I'm playing it now. Hi, Mom. How are you? So let's see. Is that Johanna Parks Wright?
That would be
Or is that Valerie? Oh, there she is, Valerie Dykes. Hi, Valerie. How are you? Thank you for telling me you can see me. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing anymore. And it's like if something's going wrong, I'm like, oh no, why did it pick tonight to go wrong? Oh my gosh. Oh
because
my
you
God.
had the East and the Crow on.
I know. No, that's a good
what it
thing.
was.
It's because it's a crow, it's bad luck or whatever. I don't know. No, I don't believe that.
We get booked for the biggest festival of our career, and it gets rained out. Come on. We got the most bookings in a row that we've ever gotten, and it was strung out for 3 months, and COVID hit.
Oh my gosh. Well, to me, this is the biggest band that's been on the show, and now my Facebook Live is not. It happens. I don't know what to do about it. There's nothing all I can do is move forward, and I'll post it as soon as we're done. And you share it.
Premiere it later, it'll look like it's live.
I know, that's true. Nobody will know.
There's that.
What we'll be missing is the live interaction, but that's okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I mean, it's not okay, but a lot of people have paired it. So y'all go tell everybody to pair it. I mean, everybody you know, pair. Okay, so anyway, I feel like I'm talking like Loretta Lynn when I say that, Coal Miner's Daughter.
Right. Pair it.
So anybody, pair, like a pear on a tree. So y'all have so many great songs. I know we have 5 of them to play tonight, which is great. The next one that we have on the list is She's on Fire. Tell me a little bit about that song. Whichever one of you want to tell me about it. I'm sure you're going to say Brian.
That one's kind of groovy. That one's got a different feel to it than the rest of them. Musically, Ralph kind of came with, I think, more of a complete idea. Like,
is that for She's on Fire?
Yeah,
I thought that was a Wade song.
It's a Wade song, Brian. Bag baby.
Oh, my
bad. It's got to get confusing. So many.
Pretty.
No, but I pressed the button on my keyboard until I found a crazy sound to go with your song anyway.
Wow. Well, I want to say something. Speaking of your keyboard, I was watching you when y'all were playing, and I was like, oh my God, Lee, you were playing keyboard and guitar. You're like, oh, let me just go over here and hit these notes and I'm like, what?
Carolyn, you need to come to Surf Club.
Y'all, I'm going.
Surf Club gig. Wade's going to be on guitar. Lee's going to be on bass.
Oh.
And all 3 of us sing, and it is unbelievable.
Oh.
Yeah, you need to do this when we're focused.
The energy is crazy.
Yeah. The Beeville thing, I'm happy that it went so well.
Yeah.
You have no idea the amount that our brains were on. Let's just make sure this works with the 4 of us.
That's only the 4th gig that we've ever played without Wade.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all were flying by the seat of your pants. So I noticed y'all had another guy. What was the other guy's name with the East and the Crow band that played a bass for a few minutes over at Scores?
Oh, that was Ben. That's Pete's good friend. We had him come out to help us set up sound for Scores because they don't have a PA anymore.
Okay.
So we were making that happen, and he's been a good friend to the band.
Nice.
But yeah, when we're all doing our instruments and vocals that we're supposed to do and not stealing harmonies from people and trying to figure out who's going to start the song. See, we have a tight 45-minute set that we did in Dallas where it all feeds into one another and stuff. And you know, look, maybe we're rock stars. It's a professional show. It's pretty fun.
I think honestly, when I saw you live all 3 times now, honestly, the first thought that came to mind is, my gosh, why aren't they playing on huge stages everywhere? Because y'all are, I mean, you put on such a good show, and I mean that. I am so honored to have you on here. And if you're not that big yet, something's wrong. I mean, you just got to give it time. How long have y'all been together as a band? You probably already told me. I have a bad memory.
About 5 or 6 years. And the reason
Wow.
I chalk the reason that we're not big yet is that we didn't get together and start this when we were 18.
Yeah.
We got together when me and Wade were 33, 34. Lee was still in his 20s. He was a baby. And
it could be.
Yeah, I mean, if me and Wade and I went to school like 6 miles away from each other in high school, and we were born a week and a half apart from each other, and we never met until we were 34 years old.
Wow.
And started songs. So I mean, if we had hooked up all of us at 18,
yeah,
I think it would be a different story. But now we just take our own path. You know?
I think that it all works the way it does, like it is now.
I think
though.
so.
Like, I don't know if we would have been at the same, attitude and stuff. Like
I was just gonna say that.
How we like deal with people and how we deal with music and stuff, and like so, it's the perfect time for us.
Yeah,
I have faith.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have been as mature then, and maybe there's a lot of variables. So everything happens in the time it should happen. I'm a big believer in that. Everything happens for a reason and when it should happen, and I think you're just at the beginning. So how many? Do y'all have any songs on the radio yet? Playing on the radio? I mean, I know you're on every music platform.
Let's see. Without You was on the radio for a while. Actually, played on Dale. The station that you're at.
Nice. Okay.
As well as I think St. Rita was playing on some college radio, maybe in like Dallas and Houston. So we have not figured out how to break figure out how to fill that gap. Like how one does.
How do you do that? Well,
if any managers listening, we're all ears.
Amen. I know. I'm with you. If I knew one, I'd be like, hey, you got to come hear these guys and help these guys out. Yeah. I completely agree. So I have to take these off because I can't hear half the time. I was just going to tell you, normally we play the singers, songwriters songs on my radio show every Monday after their appearance. But I have some good news. To me, it's good news. And they don't go into the system. It's just a royalty-free play just during that time. But I did get permission from the owner, and I'm really excited about this, to download your songs into the system and put them into rotation on the radio show. On the radio, yeah. And it is a random play. There's no guarantee when they're going to play. But hey, you'll have a better chance now. Yeah. So I'll be doing that. So if you want to, I have your CD. I can use that, or I'll probably just do the whole thing. All those songs are appropriate. They don't have any foul language or anything. He said as long as they don't have nothing about politics.
No politics.
Yeah. So I want to do that, and we'll be playing them. Yeah. We'll be playing them as often as we can on Carolyn's Corner, because I don't just play them during the show. I try to play them other times, because I want to get y'all as much publicity as I can. And I'll definitely be talking about you on the radio show.
We're going to come see you in the studio, right? Once Wade.
Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to play them then, but then I'm going to put them in there in the rotation. I have the worst memory. I'm so sorry.
Hopefully we'll bring you Can't Blame It on the Rain and Punching Bag Baby soon to add to that rotation.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you're going to, because you just let me know which ones you want to put on there and we'll do it. Okay. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. And we'll get with you probably next Monday, whenever y'all are available. We'll have you on and play your songs and get to talk to you some more. That'll be fun.
We got to do, we went on the radio live in Fredericksburg when we played up there, which was a pretty fun experience. We actually sang, and Wade played guitar on the radio, and it was quite the, what's the movie where the guys sing like on the first microphone invented kind of thing, and it's like did they escape from prison? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it really had that kind of vibe, because we're all singing around like one microphone.
Me and Wade are like, no.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yeah.
Wade, I feel like we're sitting back on the couch because we're down here. We're just like, what are those guys saying, huh? Wow, that's cool.
So I have an unwritten song that actually references that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really? Well, it
Yeah.
needs to be. It needs
Okay,
to
so
be.
we got another movie reference song because
Yeah.
that makes it a lot easier for me to market because I put some stuff together.
Yeah.
Like for Saint Rita's Dream that we're going to play later, and there's a music
Yes.
video. Was part of it's inspired by a movie as well, so I was able to use some of those references and stuff when we talk about the song. So
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. What I was just going to say, when you come on the radio show, and absolutely, if y'all want to play live acoustic, that would be so good.
oh yeah,
That'd be so cool. Whatever you want to do, y'all let us know.
There's no because you don't know who's listening, right?
I
Just
know.
kind of like now, but like even more so, like radio's
That's true.
just like spinning it off into the ethereal, and maybe who knows who's listening out there. So.
No, that's what I always say. Even with our show, because normally our Facebook is set to public. Now it's set to but we'll fix it. We'll fix it. But really, you never know who's listening. We've had people on here that I didn't even realize were listening. You know what I mean? Because we don't always see them. I'm like, man, and I'm talking we've had some really, we're getting more and more really well-known singers, songwriters. We've even had people that have written plays, and there's some producers, there's all kinds of people. So if anybody out there, hey, Zane is on here.
We're on it. Yeah, we'll do it for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Zane, welcome. Yeah, that would be so cool. Yes, do the acoustic jam. And I've been trying to get Zane. I've known Zane forever. We used to work together. So Zane was playing with, you know Zane, right? Do you know him? No.
You met more people. I was just setting things up. So
he played with Rebel Dog.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. He's so nice
now, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and Pete stole it from me at Scores.
Oh no, really already? Well, I'll have to get you.
Man,
a t-shirt as well when we're in the
studio.
studio.
I need a hat and a t-shirt. Listen to me being picky. I can't really, for real. My husband will wear it proudly. Now, if you can. Lisa Winnick Rush said, "I love this," and I know it's so great. I'm so blessed and so privileged to have these guys on and to be able to do this.
This was like our number one fan. She was like our first fan, like the first fan out of our families, like outside of our family.
Wow.
Yeah, she went to church when Wade and I. She used to be. She was a pastor at the church. So like,
wow.
Yeah,
Lisa, awesome. I think they're incredible, and obviously you do too. So between all of us, we're gonna. I mean, I know you already got a big crowd when you go place. I can't wait to go to a bigger venue and see you guys. So I'm gonna look it up and try to make it to one of those.
From the surf club, because surf club's the like really where we get into our vibe. Like most of all the live videos that you see here are from surf club.
Scores is hopefully our new. The Scores family and
yes,
the Republic. Hopefully that's our new home in Beeville when we're over there.
Yes.
Bam Fest. This was our second year playing that. I think we'll definitely be back next year. But when we're in Corpus and we're on stage at Surf Club or House of Rock, it's just a different feeling and a different confidence level for I think the three of us together to be on that stage. I mean,
absolutely.
It's unbelievable.
Have y'all ever pursued, or I don't even know if this is possible. I don't know how that works, but like Concrete Street or something. I'm going big for you guys.
We're waiting. My cell phone's on. Mark.
But wait a minute. Do they?
You call us, and we're here.
Yeah, Mark.
Really? Do they need to call you, or can you call them? Do you need to call them? I'm like, if you go for an interview on a job, say, "Hey, I interviewed for that job."
Stock them at gigs that he's been at.
Hey,
all in time. It's all right.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Venue,
Yeah.
And we've been hitting the festival circuit this year. So
you really have. That's cool.
We were in Dallas. We've done San Antonio. We've played some gigs in Houston last year, but pandemic was still kind of going on there. So I didn't so I'm looking for our Austin and Houston festivals.
I bet that's going to be a blast. Have y'all ever checked into the Schulenburg Festival?
No, I don't know what that is, but
I'm telling you, you need to check in. It is called the Party of Texas. That town, we lived in Schulenburg. That town has a population of, I don't even think it's like 2,000 maybe, and it goes to 50,000 during that festival. You can't even move. It's packed in there. College kids, all of them, because it's in between Austin and San Antonio, right in the middle. And people come from everywhere. They call it the Party of Texas, and it is huge. Really, I have a connection over there.
People in Luckenbach, but yeah, it's a small town for sure.
Yeah, you know what? I have a friend of mine that was running it. I'll see if I can find out because y'all would rock that place. It is really neat. We used to go every year, but we moved away. I mean, big. You can't even on the Saturday night when they have the big band. You can't even walk through there. It is so packed. And I mean,
Well,
like,
tell
people
us
are
the
going crazy.
festivals in Alaska, and we'll be there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, so like if it's in Texas, I mean, that's just no brainer for us. So like,
Absolutely. So I'll check on that.
For people who love music.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. And they would love you guys there. They really would. I mean, they play a mixture of stuff from polka to to rock to country, you know, and that would be it would be so great. Thanks for the hat, guys. Zane said, love y'all and can't wait to share the stage with y'all again. Yeah,
Hey, I would
Zane.
love to do that
Absolutely.
too. Like, you guys want to come down and do a House of Rock show? We've got one coming up.
Wouldn't that
Maybe
be
we can see
cool?
about having an opener. So let's talk, Zane. Hit me up.
There you go, Zane. Hit him up. I love that. That's what it's all about, really. And because I'm always trying to bring people together. I'm like the music matchmaker, something like that.
Yeah, we met Zane after BandFest this year, and such a nice guy, such a good band, good guys.
Yeah, I agree. He's a really good guy. All those guys are really great, and I'm privileged to know all of them, because one of them is he goes to the VFW and he's a member, and we do karaoke there. And I know it sounds silly, but it's a big deal here in Beeville. We make it, and they're just all really good people. We have a lot of good people in Beeville. We really do, and they're very supportive in any way they can be. So I love that. So speaking of supportive, let's get to your next song so that way they can support you more. Because y'all make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you're listening to these songs, because I want you to remember the names of them. Excuse me. Make sure you make a note of the front of the CD. Take a picture of it with your cell phone, something. So that way you can go buy it. Well, these are all available on, first of all, are all of these available?
All of the songs are pretty much on YouTube. It's kind of a mixed bag on the rest of the stuff. If you've got the CD, you kind of have the backstage pass.
Okay.
So for sure, because it's all about when to release things. So
True.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
soon, very soon.
That's great. Hold on, my husband just said he got it, so that means it started working. I'm just checking real quick. We'll worry about that later.
You're gonna hear "She's on Fire," right?
Yeah. Do what? Let's see. Let me look. I got it written down. Yeah, "She's on Fire" is next. Are y'all ready for play that one? Okay.
Yeah.
And whoever gave me control of these buttons is ridiculous, because I tell my co-host that all the time. He's usually here with me, but he couldn't make it tonight. And I said, wait a minute, whose idea was it to give me control of buttons? Do they know? But I was like, I don't know, because he's an IT guy, and he really knows what he's doing. He's probably thinking the same thing. Oh my God, whose idea was this? So, ladies and gentlemen, this next song we're going to play is "She's on Fire." You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's just
tell us a little bit about it. Sorry.
It's a fun, short little song about a guy who's in love with the girl who barely even knows he exists, and he's in love with her for a very long time.
Huh. That sounds like something that could be very relatable for a lot of guys and for a lot of girls, actually, So let's
problematic in a lot of different ways.
Absolutely.
Now, Brian, she might be listening.
Luckily, she was never my problem.
So if she's listening right now, hey, it's your loss. It's your loss.
No.
That's all I'm saying. Oh, is it your loss? I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. So I don't know who she is. I'm better off with that.
Wonderful.
I know. I'm sure she is. That's amazing.
It was just a girl from high school that I knew, and just thinking like, I wonder what happened to her, and writing about it, and I don't know. I just always kind of had a thing, and it just never really panned out, and it kind of turned into it was actually inspired by a Counting Crows song.
It's funny that you say that, because I can't imagine Counting Crows doing the jam that this bridge has.
No.
Well,
but that's where the different all of our different musical styles come into our writing process, is like having all the different influences and stuff.
What do you say before we get into the bridge on this song, Wade? Because I think you do on "Can't Blame It on the Rain," but this one too, like
about the bridge.
Yeah.
Killer bridge to play. It's fun because it's just totally different than the rest of the song. It just takes you to a whole new realm, in my opinion. It's super fun and you'll hear me before each bridge, you'll hear me scream out.
That's what I was looking for. It's like, without Wade at Beeville, Pete and I and Ralph are looking at each other like, all right, is it time to do the thing? Wade's not here. Let's go. All right.
Oh, so you literally like scream out right before the bridge?
Oh yeah.
Man, y'all are so energetic. Oh, I love it, man. And that's when I heard, you get your attention too. Like, what's going on? What's going on? We're sitting in the audience just like, oh, that's a great song. Like, what was that? Did you hear somebody yell? I love it, man. Y'all got to do that at every. It's one way to communicate. I love it. So let's play this song. And my husband just said, you gave yourself control, LOL. Yeah, I did. My husband is watching from the living room on the big screen. So it's a big joke with us. He's a long way away. Not really. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, here is another song from the East, and the Crow. Gosh, she's on fire. Here we go.
There's another new one we're fixing to take in the studio. You guys are going to try it out on you. It's called She's on Fire. She's on fire. I got this cute little part where I dance around with a tambourine, but apparently I left that at home, or Wade hid it from me because I look like an idiot. One of the two.
I'm sorry. I went ahead and let it play because I like that ending. Man, that's a good song. Good job. Gosh, your songs are so good. And that's really good. She didn't even know you exist, but yeah, man, she's on fire. It's like you're looking at her from afar. That is cool. I really do like that. That is cool. They're just so upbeat and so happy. And that's what we need. We need more of that. And like you said, Brian, no matter what it's kind of like no matter what the subject matter is, it's still happy. Do y'all ever do any ballads, or y'all try to keep it all like upbeat like that?
We have a really cool ballad that's in the pipeline that we haven't played live yet. Now, if you come to any of these shows coming up in May, once Wade's back, I think it's going to hit the stage.
Oh, nice.
It's beautiful. There's like a little clip of us. We should put that clip out there of doing it, of like we're living in the studio, just get set up. It's called Sing My Song. Yeah, it's kind of got like a Simon and Garfunkel vibe. It's very much Wade, you know, like in the musicality, but then it's got Brian doing his kind of modern indie rapper kind of vibe. He's not he doesn't rap. Like seriously, we don't do that. But like it just kind of works. It adds this like aggressiveness to it, and it's just so neat. It's got all three of us doing. There's a counter melody.
Wow.
Wade wrote for me to sing against Brian, and it's just. I'm so excited about this song. I can't wait to get it on stage.
Oh my gosh! Well, when you get a chance, send me the clip. I want to see it.
Yeah,
I'll share it if you want to.
There's a ballad on this list, though. I would say the Embers is a ballad, right?
Embers is a ballad.
Yeah,
in
the sea.
I would say some of the
okay.
songs we wrote were ballads.
Without Use a Ballad.
Nice.
Without Use a Ballad.
Yeah.
Medicine was supposed to be, but y'all sped it up. And then
we get excited, man. It's fun to play music on stage.
Medicine I can see. I can tell y'all have fun.
Medicine has so much energy when we're all on stage together, and it was not supposed. I did not write the lyrics that way, but it works out really well.
It's supposed to be slow and
the lyrics for everything were supposed to be a ballad as well, right? And that's like our hardest rocking synthesizer song.
Everything was supposed to be a sweet song that was slow as a song to my wife, because I can't write love songs. So I said, I'm going to sit down one night. I cannot. And I was like, I'm going to write a freaking love song.
Yeah.
And I wrote this love song.
And they made it.
It is the hardest rock song that we play.
That is just so mean.
You were there at Scores. We did the song, and you hit like it starts, you know, out, and then like I hit the lowest note on the synthesizer, and it just like blows out the whole room. Especially if there's no sound person to turn it down.
Yes,
it just like builds up from there, and it's just this really cool, crazy song.
That is so
cool. I was like, oh, this was a beautiful song I wrote for my wife.
What did your wife say? Did she have any comments on it when she heard it?
Oh, she loved it. Yeah, my wife is really supportive of the band. All of our wives are.
Of course, they'd have to be, right? Yeah.
But they don't have to be. But I'm glad they are.
Well, I would. Yeah, maybe not. They wouldn't have to be. Good point, Brian.
My wife really liked the song, and I think she gets it. You know, because I listen to like 8 different genres of music. And it depends on what day of the week it is and what mood I wake up in. So I think my wife understands, you know, the way it's in my head might not be the way it comes out at the end. And then once I bring it to the band, they start putting their musical influences into it. And then I change lyrics. And then, I mean, it's just, like I said before, I mean, it's a really, really collaborative.
Wow. I really think that's so cool. I mean, it turns into this masterpiece. It's almost like a painting with everybody with their own paintbrush, painting their own little. I just think that's so cool. I really do that y'all do that. You feed off each other and you all are working together. So I don't know who wrote this. I think it's I'm just making sure. Is this somebody you know, Clinton? I don't think that's anyone.
No, I blocked that.
Okay.
We have some international fans, and that's also led to some international kind of spam posts and stuff. So
okay, I was just making sure. I thought it was
best
love
Spotify streams over there.
Really? Well, so let's see. Monica Wright, she said best love song I've ever heard.
That's Brian's wife there.
Oh,
so
I know. So
she also was really good at playing drums on that song.
She did. She put my wife playing drums for 4 gigs.
We went on tour,
oh my gosh!
Drummer, and we made it work.
That's so cool. Monica, I'm so proud of you. I was just going to say
the whole time, I'm pretty sure.
She was what?
Secretly pregnant the entire time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And she's over there banging on the drums. We were watching at BAMFest, and man, the drummers, that seems like a very hard job. The guy was just sweating, and he dropped his drumstick. Another band, and Priscilla went and got it, and I'm like, and he just kept going. I was like, man, that looks like a really physically demanding.
Whether we're on the edge of country and rock, kind of went out the window when Peter G came into the band. He's like, "This is a rock band." I'm a rock drummer. This is what's happening.
Wow.
And, it's
But
a
it
thing
works.
of beauty.
It works better
Yeah.
now because like your synthesizer and the way you play the bass, you're kind of like you have like a really groovy.
Oh yeah,
a really groovy. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Like melodies. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Pete and I lock in. That's the way the bass and the drum's supposed to lock in, and we do it like we're over there grooving. He knows exactly where I'm at, and we're
Wow.
focused. And he's added some stuff to the songs where it's just like focuses right in on what Wade's doing. He always says before we start playing, he says, "Sound guy, I have to have the acoustic guitar in my monitor. I have to hear it. Like I have to." We moved around the rehearsal space in here to where he has a dedicated speaker over there so that he can hear exactly
So
what
we can hear it. Yeah. So Wade, you play acoustic, right? Is that what you said? And do you play any other instruments? I mean, not that that's not enough, believe me, because I can't play anything. So you play acoustic, and Lee, you play bass, right?
Yeah,
Bass and keyboard. What else do you play?
Harmonies.
Golly, man, y'all are so
During the
talented.
pandemic, I played a lot of. I learned kind of how to play guitar, so I can be the worst cover version of Wade that you've ever heard.
No.
God.
Like if we wouldn't have learned to play guitar, we would not be sitting here right now.
So I guess so, because Wade, you were over there in the frozen tundra.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's a disease spreading. I'm gonna hide from the world.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I'll go to my chicken farm.
No, but that's kind of cool because it's like you had that option. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really cool. I'm all like, Wade's got it figured out, man. I'm going back home. Y'all deal with all this.
He was like, I haven't seen any people in 3 months or something one time, I swear to God.
I'll buy a farm in Beeville. I wouldn't go to Vermont for it.
Yeah, that is the long way. So yeah, Wade, you ended up in Vermont. Do you have family over there, or you just thought it was so beautiful?
Yeah, no, my wife and I had been looking for a farm for about 10 years because it's something we always wanted to do. We have no connection whatsoever, and she traveled up here to look at some properties, and she saw this one. I wasn't even with her, and she came home and she says, "I really like this property," and I said, "We can't afford it." And then for Christmas, I bought it for her.
Aww.
Wait, I'm your connection to Vermont. What the hell?
You are a connection.
That's so cool. Well, that's a loving and great spouse to just buy your wife.
You can tell her that if you'd like to. That would be.
I will. Wade is a very loving and supportive husband. He loves his wife so much he relocated all the way to Vermont for you, dear.
He would be listening, but the Vermont internet doesn't quite support having two people on there at the same time.
Man, so you're in Vermont right now then, Wade, right?
Correct. Yeah. I'm in Vermont
Wow.
back on Saturday. Play all the May gigs.
Man, that's a lot of traveling back and forth.
You're telling me.
Jeez. So what is the weather like over in Vermont right now?
Well, surprisingly, it snowed last night.
Surprisingly? I don't know about surprisingly.
Oh my God.
So yeah, no, we're hovering around 45, 40 degrees for most of the day, and then overnight it gets down to the 30. Look at Brian. He's hearing me.
I think they're all just like, I can't believe he's in Vermont. Or they're laughing at me.
I sweated my ass off today.
No, I did too. It was like, I don't even want to tell you it was like pretty warm here today, Wade. Yeah. So you should have a weather, I'm sure you do, weather app on your phone, and just that's a lot of driving. Do you just fly back and forth, or do you drive back and forth? That's a long trip.
Both.
Wow.
I helped him load the trailer this last time. We almost killed each other. It was fun.
Oh, I bet, yeah. Man, so you have to pick and choose which gigs you're able to be available for, I'm sure, right? Because that can be very expensive. I mean, unless you're a millionaire, maybe you won the lottery. It's none of my business.
Well, I'm lucky in that I work in Corpus Christi, but I'm remote in Vermont, so I'm able to come down there for a significant amount of time and play a bunch of gigs, and then I get to come to Vermont and work from here. So
look at you! You got the best of all three worlds. It's like three different worlds. I thought I was going a lot of places. I'm just moving from one room to the other. So you work in Corpus, and then you get to work remotely from your home, so you can do that in Vermont. So what y'all need to do is figure out how to bring you. You need to get one of those. Don't they have those computerized little screens? And you can put Wade on the screen and bring him with you to the gigs.
When the pandemic hit, we tried.
Did you really?
We tried to bring Wade in to the practice.
Poor Wade.
When everybody found out what Zoom was,
Yeah.
we said, hey, we can just Zoom Wade in. But it turns out there's like a 3-second delay.
It did not work.
It did not work. It did not work for live music. It'd be like, I bet that was funny though. I would have liked to have been a fly on the wall to see that. Wait, Spark, what are you doing? I'm playing this song. That's funny. I like that y'all tried to zoom him in. I don't know.
We got to do gigs back where Wade is as well. We're going to stay at the farmhouse, and I'm looking around everywhere to do festivals in New England. We want to hit it up there.
Just come up for a couple weeks.
Yeah, and just back to everything's so close to there. He's like less than 2 hours from Boston, right? And then like New York City is like less than 5 hours away, maybe.
It's so worth it, yeah.
You can hit like all the places in like a week. And that's so much our desire to like really spread out. But when I tell these bookers, I'm like, hey, we've only ever played gigs in Texas, but you should book us for your Vermont festival. It's a little bit of a hard sell, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you got to figure out a way to go. And then once you go to Vermont, then they'll say, oh my God, you got to get these guys. They were in Vermont at my place. You need to have them in New York. You need to have them in wherever, Well, let's hope anyway.
I'm going to be selling the band in California next week. I've got some open mic stuff I'm going to do, so we'll see when I'm out there, and then maybe
that's so cool.
There's a really cool concert venue out there with some bands that sound like us, like the kind of thing. Let's go.
I can work remote.
Yeah, you can work remote. Let's go,
dude. I'll do open mics in California.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Y'all really should do that. You take your guitar and you take your voice.
Yeah, man.
And y'all just go. That's cool. Okay, make sure you take videos when you do.
Oh, yeah,
and a backpack full of t-shirts so I can sell them to get home.
So you can get enough gas money to get home, exactly, or enough money to get a plane ticket home.
You fit in a suitcase, right?
Just stuff him in a big giant. I have a big giant duffel bag. As long as they don't open it, and put him a little breathing hole with a straw, just save some money. So let's see. That's my husband. Once you get a hit song, they will be looking for you. That's what my husband said. Yes, Brett. Yes, yeah, Brett. Brett, you're right. Yeah. Let me see what Zane said. Zane said, I feel you, Lee, jack of all trades, master of none. That was earlier. I missed it.
Yeah.
And doing it well, Zane.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, that's you. Commented. Sorry.
The master of the bass.
Yeah, Lee.
100%.
Wow.
So the self-deprecation, I'll leave it at the door, but like you don't go to as many shows as I do.
Wow. I'm still like blown away when I saw you playing. I really was like, look at this guy. When you were like, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, Brett, he's playing 2 instruments at once. And he sings. I know.
Yeah. The best one for that is Rita, which is coming up in a little while.
Oh yeah, that's
the ending chorus. I get to play the trumpet on the keyboard and then play bass.
Oh, and so you play the trumpet too?
I'm singing backup harmonies there as well. So Wade's got the primary harmony there, so it's a little easier to get it done.
So you know that thing where you have to pat your head and rub your stomach at the same, or which is it? I bet you could do that.
That's Lee.
Oh, I mean, Wade knows it too. Like to be a person who sings and plays an instrument at the same time, you really do like separate the threads in your brain. Like you are like stepping back and do it like your body, like muscle memory has to take over, and like things become automated. Like the thing I love about writing our own songs is like I want to know these songs by heart. Yeah. I want to have them in my muscle memory and have them just play. But But both of us, when we're on stage, Wade and I both, like, we're singing, we're playing, but we're also like focused out on what is the band doing together? How can we get engaged with the audience? What are Ralph and Pete with us on the part of the song we're at? Like, you have to have those things so down and happening to to be outside of that so we can all be a band together. So like it's fun.
Yeah, it's almost
so much. We can play the tracks. Everybody plays the track. All the major guys, they have a thing where it like you set up the beat and it plays through. And Brian's always like, "Can we please play the tracks?" And I'm like, no, we're not gonna play the tracks because our authenticity is like what we're about. Like so,
absolutely. So that's how a lot of the people do it. How they play to the tracks and they try to make it where you don't notice it. And I guess it works because I never really noticed it.
Like I think part of our like the Texas vibe of the band too, even is the independence and like the we're doing it ourselves and we're going to get this done.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's so great. I'm impressed with that. And it's almost like you're looking, I would think, so you're trying to do all this stuff. You got to try to get the crowd, you got to make sure your band's into, you got to make sure you're playing the right thing. It's almost like you're outside of your body looking in it. Okay, how does this look? How do we sound?
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. Yeah, it's you're
Wow.
you're like the coach on the football team of your own music that you're doing, like pull back.
Wow.
I need to see what plays I'm running and that kind of thing. Why do I
That's
always
amazing.
make analogies? I don't know anything about sports. Damn it. It happens all the time to me. I'm sorry.
I don't. Well, I did learn a little bit because my husband actually finally, after all these years, taught me about downs and all that stuff because I didn't know anything about sports, like football. And he explained it to me, and I was like, "Oh, it's making a little more sense now." Because my idea was, why are they all running then towards the other guys? That makes no sense. So, I've got the next one on my list to go is Saint Rita's Dream. So this is the one you were talking about. So let's play that real quick. Anything special you want to tell me about that song? About this song?
Oh, that song is the band. 100%.
It is the band.
It is the band. That is our song.
Wow.
So I saw a movie that involved Saint Rita years ago, and
Okay.
it was always on my mind. It was The Rookie. It was a baseball movie.
I remember
It was
that.
always on my mind to write a song about Saint Rita, and I never really could get it done. And then when I met the band, I wanted to name the band Saint Rita's Dream, and we never went forward with that. And we just started working on it as a song. And then once everything finally like clicked, like it was written in the night that we sat down to mess with it. And then it was just perfected over the next couple of weeks as Wade and Lee kind of brought their own sound into it and added their I don't really know anything about music, but Lee always says, the stuff needs dynamics. So they added their dynamics in, and it just made it that much more interesting. But yeah, Saint Rita's she was the saint of lost causes and broken marriages. And she wasn't treated very well. And the story behind her basically behind the song basically is just saying like kind of what you said earlier about Wade trying to have like the best of three different worlds.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you, Saint Rita, for like letting us have this opportunity we all have jobs.
Mm-hmm.
We all have the band. We all have our home lives. We have work. We have kids. We have wives. And we're up here doing this out of passion and out of love for the music because, we might not even be getting paid on the next gig. We don't know.
Right.
We drove to Dallas and we lost more money in that gig than we've ever made in a gig. But we wanted to play the festival and we wanted to play the bar up there, and we this financially this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But we're going to Dallas. Like, let's go to Dallas and play some music. And
absolutely.
That's kind of what Saint Rita is about, is just saying like thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for following me and letting me live this dream.
That is awesome. And it is, I can see it when y'all are playing. I know, especially for you, Brian, it's an adrenaline rush and you feed off the crowd. So I want to go see y'all when there's a big crowd. I cannot even imagine. Because if y'all reacted that way to unfortunately a kind of a smaller crowd, I just can't wait. I've got to make plans to do that right away. So let's play this song. I'm super excited. And you also said on this one, what is it that you played extra on this song, Lee? That you
live, I play a trumpet part. Wade did the trumpet
That's
part for the track, and he did a really good job, putting it together like from scratch. It's a crazy thing. He also made this music video, but maybe we can talk afterwards about how he made it. It's an insane, laborious process that he went through to do it, and it's nice to be talked about.
Okay, so for this song, I'm going to have to put us all in the waiting room because I had to download it a different way. So we're going to go on the waiting room, and then I'll play the song. Okay, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Literally seconds. Well.
and dreams, all the desires of my heart are hanging by my guitar string. I'm running out of reasons, I'm running out of time, I'm running out of these little white pills that help me clear my mind. Oh, Saint Rita, can you help me please? I saw you once on a movie screen, I need you to pray for me. There's this girl that I left back home, and she means everything to me. But I got some things to get off my chest, so at night I stand up here and scream. Saint Rita, don't let her change her mind. If she gets tired of being alone, need her to know I think about her all the time, but you can't feel love through the phone. Oh, Saint Rita, can you help me please? I saw you once on a movie screen, I need you to pray for me. Oh, Saint Rita, won't you help me please? The patron saint of impossible dreams, I need you to pray for me. Now I don't have a pretty rosary, and I don't know how to pray, but when that blood ran down your face, I know you felt my pain. No, I don't have a pretty rosary, and I don't know the Catholic ways, but I'm a good man with a single rose, asking you to pray. Oh, Saint Rita, can you help me please? I saw you once on a movie screen, I need you to pray for me. Oh, Saint Rita, won't you help me please? The patron saint of impossible dreams, I need you to pray for me. Saint Rita.
Yeah. Oh, did Wade disappear? Oh, there he is. Okay. We can't hear you, Carolyn. I don't know if you're muted. You might be. I muted.
Sorry, I got it. Yeah, I muted myself. My husband wishes he had a mute button for me, but he doesn't. Only this thing does. Man, that is such a great song. I mean, I can see why it's your favorite. I mean, it sounds amazing. The video is out of this world. I love that the first, right at the very beginning, where it says, "My desires of my heart are hanging from my guitar strings."
It's from.
It's really good.
It is from these guitar strings.
I'm sorry, I tried to write quickly.
No,
I can't write that fast.
No. It's okay. The reason I sing it that way is because I wouldn't be able to get up on stage and perform if these guys didn't play guitar the way they do. So I always
yeah.
say these guitar strings.
Wow. Man, I mean, it's really, 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 really good. That is a great song all the way around. And I see y'all had that one done in the studio. God, I can see why. The video my husband said was badass.
It definitely is. And you have
Well
no
said.
idea how much time Wade put into that and how
Oh, I
little
bet.
time we did.
Man. Yeah, I was going to say, wait.
I just showed up and sang. That's all I ever do.
God, that's a lot of work. I know, just for making these little videos. It looks awesome. I mean, like, you captured air. It was so perfect. It's
Do
just
you want to
perfect.
go behind the veil, lift the veil a little bit, Wade? Because I don't think.
Yeah, tell us about it, because that was awesome. Like, awesome is not even a good word to describe it. I loved it. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, we've done a couple music videos, and I have never put credits at the end of it, but I viewed this music video as somewhat of a short film. And the inspiration behind it was the idea of dreams, and that's why it has sort of a dreamy quality, and it all flows in and out. And it's so fun because, you know, I was headed to Vermont for the first time, and I was like, dude, we've got to get this music video done. And the guys were like, well, what are we going to do? And I said, you know what? Let's get everybody over to my house, and I'm going to set up my iPhone. I shot it on an iPhone, and I recorded each one of them playing the song to a track, center, and then left, and then right, on my iPhone against a garage door. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this footage.
What? You use an iPhone? Oh my God.
I had an iPhone. And so
it was rubber band. It was rubber banded to a guitar stand.
Wow.
Screen, but a sort of white garage door.
Oh my God. That's amazing. Keep going. I'm just shocked that was with an iPhone. Jeez.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even an 11. It was like an iPhone 7.
Hey, don't be, by the way, I don't have an iPhone, and my kids are constantly telling me, Mom, you need an iPhone. I have an Android. That's because it's an Android. Yeah. Go ahead, Wade. Wow.
No.
I'm just shocked you use an iPhone.
Yeah, if I'm listening, we're open to sponsorships. But yeah, so I shot that against the garage door, and it took me, like 2-3 months of editing to get that just the way I wanted it. And I'm a video editor and graphics guy. That's what I do for a living.
Wow.
And and I kind of just pre-associated when I went. I mean, I showed these guys some of the rough cuts, and I had this one scene in there where Brian sprouted wings and flew away. I don't know if y'all.
I have to go back and watch it again. We need to go back and watch it again.
Yeah,
because I was trying to focus on everything. You flew away.
No,
I didn't in that video.
Oh, it wasn't in there. I was like, I didn't think I saw that.
I think there's an Easter egg of like a woman appearing in the background in some scene or something. I don't know. Like, yeah.
So I'm like shocked how in the world you did all of that. That's just mind blowing. God, I mean, really, it looks, I thought you paid like thousands, you know, I don't know, these videos, I know because my husband talked to someone that makes music videos for people, and he said they can cost up to $10 or more $1,000. Yeah, and that looks like something I used to see on MTV back when they used to play music videos.
I've sent the band a bill, but they haven't paid me yet. No, that was all done for $0, you know, and the band was very patient with me because they were eager. Took time.
Wow.
So paid. Like,
yes.
And sometimes one of us will put in a lot more time on things than the others, but like, you know, we do the booking and the marketing and the merch production, and everything is all, we do this out of passion and out of the band is going to be somewhere. Like, the money goes right back into buying more merch, into paying when we have to pay somebody else to do something, like when we go into the studio, that money gets there, or if we need to bring in somebody to run sound at a venue, you know, and throw them some money, like that all happens. But like, and we've paid out for gas, but a lot of times somehow that money ends up back in the envelope, is what I've noticed. But cool. like it's just like Wade put in so much time on that stuff, and we can't.
Wow.
There's no.
My gosh. I mean, that should be like that's like your theme video. That's your, because that, like you said, that represents you. I mean, from what I hear and what I saw, I mean, it's just incredible. I can't even, it's beyond words. So let me see who, Monica said he's a wizard with graphics and video editing. Yeah. Wow. I mean, and you were flipping them upside down and turning them around, and the color scheme was perfect. It gave it that old feel, like Gothic kind of, man. It was good.
Thank you. The thing that's I've always loved about our band is that we all have strengths that live outside of music. And Lee is an organizational wizard, and he gets us all of our bookings. Without him, we wouldn't be playing anywhere.
Right.
He's like the band mom. Like, he tells us where to be, what to do, what to bring. He keeps informed of all that. I do graphics and videos, and Brian does the lyrics and does a lot of contacts out in the community. And it truly is, each one of holds water for what the other people can't do. And I consider us blessed to have the individual members of our band, because we're all dedicated and passionate about this project that we're working on, and no, we haven't taken a dime for ourselves.
I believe it, because you want to put it back in there, because you know that honestly, and I don't mean to compare myself to you, because I'm not even close to that level, I think, but that's how we feel. That's how I feel about Carolyn's Corner. We have so many great people, and literally, once you come on Carolyn's Corner, whether you like it or not, I consider you part of the family. And to me, it's like, okay, you know, that's honestly how I feel. And that's why I developed the group. And I just did it because I told my husband, I just know I want this to be a place where we can all come together and support each other in a way, you know, where there's no criticism, there's no competitions. You know, we're not competing. You know, these people that are singers, you know, it's just we all have the same passion or a similar passion, and you all come together for the greater good of everyone, right? And that's exactly what y'all are doing, and obviously that's the way to do it, because I mean, look what you've created and what you developed just by being together, and each of you having your own strength. I think it's amazing, man. I really do. I'm so proud of you guys. And it's like I've known you forever. Oh my God. Remember y'all back then? It's big. It's really big what y'all are doing. And the cool thing is you're going to, Brian, and when you sing these songs, you sing with such passion that I'm like, man, all of you. I mean, I just sitting there and just like, oh my God, Brett. I kept telling my husband, they are so good. He goes, I know, it's one of those things where you can hardly even put it into words. You know, you just like, I got goosebumps. You know, when you get goosebumps.
Tied down, you haven't seen, the reason he has a wireless microphone is because you can't keep the boy on stage.
Yeah, I can see that. He was trying to jump off the pavilion.
Yeah. At BAMFest, I had the rails in front of me.
I know.
And then at Scores,
we had all the chords.
We had a sound issue. We had a line I couldn't cross.
Oh God!
There's no line to cross at Surf Club.
Just wait. Surf Club's gonna be crazy.
He's gonna be on your table. Like, this is the thing that happens.
I want to go. I'm gonna go.
But I don't have anything else.
When are y'all playing? I know. You don't have to worry about the instrument. You just sing, and you put all of that. Man, you're taking all that energy of all that hard work, and it's a reflection of all of you. It's like, man, we worked hard. I'm going to give this. It's like you are literally like, here is my heart and soul. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like. You are putting it out there with such passion. You could just, all of you guys, and I really do mean that. It's just, man, it's so cool to watch you. And for everyone watching and who will go back and watch this, we have had an issue with Facebook tonight, but when you go back and watch this, I want to encourage you to go and watch these guys live. You will not be sorry. I mean, they are so good. Like, their show is just, it's just so energetic. It made me want to dance. And I had surgery on my foot. I have a bad foot.
Hey, you know, I can totally get it though. I've had a torn ACL like the entire time I've been in this band for 4 years.
Oh no.
And I jump everywhere.
I know, I see you jumping. You're like jumping. I'm like,
Ralph just about killed himself going down into the crowd with to do a guitar solo. Like, we put it all out there on the stage.
You do. You do.
Every gig is like, we're never going to play another gig.
Yeah.
You never know.
That is true. You never know. And plus it may be somebody that's never seen you before. And that person is, unless something's wrong and they can't see or they can't hear, they're going to say, man, did y'all see that band? Look at these guys. If they don't, because Brett and I, you know, I'm in my 50s and my husband's in his 60s. And we were like, you know, and we like all kinds of music, you know what I mean? And I can just imagine when you're getting into a crowd with mixed ages, especially people, you know, diverse crowd with younger, older. I just think that I want to be MC for you guys and introduce you, because I would blow the roof off and introduce
really
you.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
It's a little rough to go out there and introduce yourself. I got to say, Brian does a good job of it, but it's like, well, I guess we're going to play some music. Let's go.
We're the East in the crowd.
But Priscilla did an awesome job.
Yes, she did.
She did a really good job. And I want to tell you right now, because I'm so fired up I really am fired up for you guys. Anytime y'all would like me to, if I'm there, I would love the opportunity to introduce you because I will tell them, oh my God, I'm just so excited. I'm like a little kid in high school watching you. Look at them, look at him, look at him, look at him.
Well,
It's so great.
From tomorrow all the way to Lollapalooza, you have the open invitation to introduce us on stage.
I will as many times as I can. I really will.
I
love
pay
doing
for your
it.
gas because that's the only thing we pay each other
Cool.
for.
Yeah, no, I understand
Come
for
on
real.
down.
Let me know because that's what I do and that's what I like doing. Of course, we're doing a lot of other shows, but I would do it for you guys anytime. It would be my honor. It really would. Because when you put me on stage, I'm almost as big as a ham of big as I can't say it, a ham as Brian, and I mean that as a compliment.
Thank you. Well,
you're welcome.
When I was in college, I was working down here at I was selling cars. It was my first sales job, and I had a guy that I met named Daddy D, and he had a radio station here in town. They played like Texas country music.
Cool.
And he let me come on and he let me do a little bit of DJing and kind of taught me the lay of the land a little bit. And he would send me out to surf club. I was 22, 23 years old. And he would send me out to surf club to introduce these bands to be a representative of.
Nice.
So, I mean, I love it. And I know
Yeah.
how much we appreciate it. So now I see it, you know, from the other end, how much they probably appreciated it back then. And we would love to have you at any.
Oh God, thank you so much. And I honestly, that would be an honor because I believe in you. And I always say, I don't know what I can do, but at least we're close enough to where I'm able to do anything. Because the majority of, like last night, we had an amazing singer-songwriter on here, an artist by the name of Taylor Hughes. And she is in Kentucky. And I tell you right now, if she was here locally, I'd be out there. She's at a Miranda Lambert concert right now with her mom. And she's incredible.
You opening for Miranda Lambert?
No, I wish. That's what I thought at first.
Not yet.
That's what I thought at first. She good. She is good. Y'all get a chance, go back and watch. I mean, you know, we played her videos too, and I mean, her songs they're like a red dirt country. I don't even know how to describe them because she's got her own sound like you guys do. It's not really red dirt country. It's more of a. She described it like so and so and so and so. If Miranda Lambert and so and so had a baby,
this meets this, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like that. And I've already invited her to come to Texas, and she's actually thinking about it. So that's the big thing. We're working on something, and I don't know what's going to happen, but anybody that knows or has watched Carolyn's Corner knows that I give credit where credit is due. It is not up to me, and this is how I feel about it. If it is meant to happen, it will happen. And wheels are moving in motion. And like I said, I don't know when, but if, you know, I'm definitely going to keep y'all at the top of my list. Y'all are close by. You're amazing. Yeah. And it may not be a huge deal, but we're going to try to make it as huge as we can. You know what I'm saying?
If the people are there, we got the energy, man.
Yeah, I know you do.
People.
Yes, absolutely. Gosh, it makes me so excited just to know. And I'm going to be telling everybody. I already tell everybody about y'all. Did y'all know about them? Did y'all know about them? They're like, shut up, Carolyn. We get so tired of hearing you.
I'm the same way. I have a passion for music, and I've always had it, and I didn't understand it until I met Wade and Lee. Like, I didn't know how to get it out of me until I met these guys and we got on stage for the first time together, and it was just completely different.
Wow, that's cool the way you put that. You don't know how to get it out of you.
I didn't.
Yeah.
We have a band member who's an honorary band member, Chip. And we called the song Chip Song. And I don't remember what, I think it's titled 36 years.
It keeps growing as you age.
It does.
That's a way to do it. That's a great idea. I love that. Just change it every year.
I tried to go backwards one time. It didn't work lyrically.
They caught you, didn't they? They're like, no, you can't go back.
These guys looked at me and started laughing on stage.
But nobody would know except for you.
Lyrically, I wrote the lyrics about, you know, like growing up, sitting in my bedroom, listening to the radio and pretending that I wrote those lyrics. I pretended that they're mine. And then I got my own truck from my dad. And, you know, I imagined, you know,
wow,
what would my dad have done differently if he could have been 18 all over again? And I think my dad would have been a rock star. I mean, I think he would have been doing music his whole life, but he didn't get started until later in life than me. So I kind of relate. It's like, I don't want to pass up the opportunity. So I learned from my dad's mistakes, and I waited to do a lot of things to make sure that I had music as, you know, a big part of it once I met these guys. And you know, I think that's just kind of where we are as a band, and I don't even know where I'm going with this.
It's all
No,
right.
but
We
it's
love you.
hard. It's hard. It's hard. And you know what? It's weird because I did not realize until we were at Scores that I know your dad.
Oh
He's
yeah,
he,
a
yeah,
lot of
he's
people know my dad.
yeah, and I was like, he said that's my son. I said, which one is your son? He said the singer. I was like, what? You know what I mean? It's just a small world. It's a small world,
It is.
and that's how it is because you know every show, and it comes up every show. We talk about how we're all connected, and how a friend of mine that lives in Schulenburg, that's a singer songwriter out there, he's told me this one time because we moved to here, and I was going to leave him because he was helping me with my songwriting, and I can't play music either, so it's, you know, it's a big deal when you meet somebody that's willing to help you and has the same passion. And I didn't want to leave because I was really sad. And he told me, he said, life, you know, you're going to meet other people. Life is like a big giant quilt with all of its squares, and we're all connected. You just don't know what square they're going to be in, but you know, they're there for a reason. And so now I think about that all the time, and it's still on my agenda to write a song about that. Because I like to write songs. You know, my genre is more country, but that's just the lyrics. In fact, I've got some songs, Brian, that I already know. And with y'all sound, oh my God, I can hear you singing them. I'm for real. I really do. I really do. I really do. It would be great. And I mean, it's from an old lady, but you know, a song is a song. You know what I mean? And the lyrics, a song is a song. If it's a good, solid song, you can put any music you want to it as long as it's.
And I believe it's just because it sounds country for you doesn't mean it stays that way.
That's what I'm saying.
If it gets into this band, then it won't be country when it comes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But
I grew up on country music.
Yeah.
Hank Williams.
Me too.
Jr.,
Oh, me too. All the classics. Absolutely.
I got into rap and hip hop. I got into rock music. I got into grunge music, and it just kind of progressed. And like I said, every day of the week, there's no telling what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
And I think that just has a lot to do with moving around a lot, and then meeting these guys, getting their taste in music. I considered myself a Texas country singer songwriter.
I can see that. I don't know why. I think it's from the sincerity of your lyrics too.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know if that makes sense.
Wade's acoustic guitar just kind of goes perfectly with that whole Texas thing. But then Lee's bass and synthesizer don't match.
You're like, one of these things does not belong, but y'all made it work. Boy, did y'all.
No, and that's what it does. It kind of takes Wade into like, I'm going to play this acoustic a little bit harder and a little bit faster. And when he plays it a little harder and a little faster, my twang goes away and I sing a little more rock and it gets a little more grungy and dirty. And then there's so much passion from the lyrics and the music. And like, I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent.
Well, it does. I wrote a song that
you have no idea how many strings that Wade has broken playing in this band.
I bet.
You were talking about getting aggressive with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
He has more than molested the guitar that I bought that he ends up using at most gigs because he has destroyed the strings on the other guitar.
So Wade, what is your, before the band, or what would you classify your genre? Do you consider yourself rock or country?
It's kind of hard because when, you know, up until I met the band, I was more into like flamenco style, beautiful guitar work. And I did some kind of like softer rock stuff on my own. But then when I met the band, I still kept a lot of that beautiful type Spanish flavored guitar into a lot of the intros and to, you know, stuff. But, you know, I think we all brought what we had and then what we are. And I think that's sort of the beautiful thing about this band is we all changed.
I agree. I think whatever formula, it's almost like a formula that you put together in science lab. It works. It works. And you don't have any fire or any hazardous chemicals. Not just kidding.
No, it's Dos Equis and whiskey.
Is that the formula? Take it.
That's what it is.
They probably, that's a good combination. It works. Dos Equis and whiskey. Brian, I hope you're writing all these things down. These are potential songs for you, sir. I'm just over here giving him advice. I'm like, that's a good song too. We always joke about that on here. Every time we hear a line, we're like, oh, good song. Like last night we were talking about, Heather was saying I'm in the kitchen making bread and there's a rattlesnake. And I said, well, it could work. Let's write a song about it.
I told somebody the other day, I told somebody at BAMFest,
yes,
I was drinking non-alcoholic. So I drink non-alcoholic beer when we practice and because I don't want to take away from the performance.
Yeah.
And then also I like to drive the guys so that they can drink and they can have a good time. And then I'm the designated driver.
That's good. That's a good idea.
It's okay because he drives us in like a luxury diesel truck. It's pretty nice.
And
It's kind of like being in the limo.
Somebody
Wow.
somebody
Wait a
asked me
minute.
how
Did you
long-
say diesel? Oh, my son's going to love that. Mom, you need to get a diesel.
Somebody asked me, they saw I was drinking O'Doul's, and they asked me how long I had been sober. And I said I've been sober since Tuesday. And in my head, I was like, I'm writing that song next week.
That is hilarious. That's a good song. I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear it because now I want to write it. I've been sober since
the bottle's
Tuesday.
back there. That was
last Tuesday. I had a hard day. We had a hard practice, and I think we were 3 songs into the practice, and I was drunk. And I texted my mom and my wife, and I said, "Hey, y'all got to come get me in a couple hours because I'm not gonna stop." And we practiced the rest of the gig or the rest of the practice night, a couple hours, and we just had a good time. And I just needed that time to like let loose and just be with my brothers. And it turns out good. It's nice to let loose every once in a while, but then as the front man, I feel like I need to keep myself intact so that I can put on a show, so that I can be an entertainer, and so that I can give that energy and that passion out to the crowd, because I want them to see like, hey, I'm saying, like, I have something to say. I'm not just up here singing, nonsense or singing somebody else's songs. I have something to say. I'm not playing the guitar for a reason. I'm a lyricist.
You do. And that St. Rita's Dream song, and of course I don't remember the exact line. I couldn't write that fast, about the little white pills. And you're touching on the young people, because I guarantee you, whether they admit it or not, whether it's a fact or not, something you dealt with, people are hurting out there, and a lot of the young people are struggling, man. And most of them that I know, and when I'm saying young people, I'm saying 30 and up. Well, shoot, even older people now, we are dealing with a lot. And if you can give them lyrics that help them, it's like, man, that's exactly, and that's true with any song. But I particularly like that song, those lines. It's like, I've been trying everything, just help me. Just help me. And I think it's a beautiful song. I really do. So far, I've loved all of them. It's hard. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick St. Rita's Dream as of right now. But
the most recent one you've listened to, that's the best one, right?
Yeah, it's always the best one.
That's good.
No, I really like that. It's really
do we get to do both? Like, do we have a hard cutoff at 2 hours, or?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, I just want to make sure we get both of the others. If we can get both of the other songs.
Thank you, Lee. You got to keep me on track. Normally, my co-host is here to do that.
All right, I'm band momming, Wade. My bad.
No, it's okay. So let's get to the next song. I was just going to say that, actually. So I wanted this next song. I was literally singing along to this one. I don't know if y'all looked over there and saw me. I gotta be your punching bag, baby. And I still remember it. I'm like, man, that's a good song.
Pull myself back from the mic and the bass, and I'm watching. And I see when people are singing along.
Yeah, I was like, I was telling my husband, man, that's got such a good feel, It
really helps me ignore the blisters.
Yeah, but the lyrics are really deep, man. You can beat the crap out of me, but I still keep coming back. That's what we do. We're just gonna stay. I'm not going to let you go. I'm just going to stay here and be your punching bag. So I don't want to give it away. I want y'all to hear this. What do you want to tell about that song?
Completely outside of our genre, right?
It does.
Like,
what I think St. Rita pushed us towards this to where it is our kind of our own genre, because it really, like Wade said, we came into our own. Yeah, this song hit pretty. Never mind.
Okay. You thinking of a different song?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
This song was just really, emotional to write. And it's hit me differently this last couple of weeks, because I've always looked up to Johnny Depp as a person. When I grow my hair out, the way I look, like I've always liked him as an actor and a person. And we sang this song Saturday night in Beeville.
Yeah.
And it like clicked in my head that it was like, hey, this is kind of like what he did, what he's going through. And it just made it even that much more personal for me.
That is true. I could see you feeling it too.
And from a female standpoint, that's how it typically is. The woman is getting, hit or whatever and doesn't leave, and she's just gonna stand there and be the punching bag, and it's not okay. But this song happened to be written from a man's point of view.
And I was going to say that happens a lot more than people will admit. Nobody wants to say it, but I have heard of that a lot.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
she's abusing me. And they're like, oh, okay, sure. You know what I mean? And that needs to be taken seriously because it's a big
Absolutely.
issue. It's a big issue. I mean, it's just the same. It's just the same. And I completely agree with that. Violence of any type, I am not, no way. But especially towards a woman, that's unacceptable. But when a woman does it towards a man, that's unacceptable. It doesn't give you the right just because you're the weaker sex. I can't make quotation, you know, nobody can see him in the camera. So let's play this song. I love it. I thought the lyrics were, man, of course, they're amazing. So I'm going to have to put y'all back in the waiting room because it didn't let me download it. So let's try it this way. Be right back, folks. We're going to hear Punching Bag.
It's called Punch It Back, baby.
Of all the lies
Thank you very much. That's one of our newest songs. Like I said, it's called Punching Bag Baby.
I'm getting y'all back on. Wow. Oh my gosh. I don't know. God, don't ask me to pick my favorite. I'm singing along to that. And by the way, gosh dang, Brian, I just keep, when I'm watching you sing that, I'm like, man, how much more can I take? I'm only human.
Oh, you should see
From the lyrics. No, I'm
Embers.
saying it from the
Oh,
lyrics.
it's, Embers is the last one.
Oh, Embers is
Yeah.
the last
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
Embers
Embers
Yes.
is even more emotional.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's the feeling I get from the lyrics in that song. I mean, I know because I write lyrics. I'm like, you had to be in a place, and I could just imagine. I don't even want to go there because I already know. So to me, it's like, as a human, how much more? Boy, my hair's lovely. How much more can I possibly take? You know, I've done everything. I'm just your darn punching bag. Man, it's really cool. I mean, it's heartfelt. It's like I can feel you feel it through the video. And when I saw you sing it in person, man, it's amazing. It's such a good song.
Thank you.
Jeez, I'll always
Pay
come
more
back for
attention
another.
to your lyrics than Wade and I do.
I pay a lot of.
I have no idea what you're saying in that song. I'm sorry. I'm very focused on making sure that people
I know.
know.
Well, I absolutely got the lyrics a lot. I got the lyrics a lot.
That's why I'm a singer.
I know.
On the front, man.
I know, and that's what I meant by how much more can I take? Because that's the feeling I got when I saw it. That's the whole in a package. It's like I'm doing everything I can, and we've all been in areas in our lives or in situations in our life when it's like, I can't do this anymore. I've done everything I can. I'm just being your punching bag. You're just beating me up over and over and over. Man, beautifully done, Brian. Jeez, man. God, and Wade on the guitar. Jeez, man. I mean, I was like, y'all are just so good. It sounded, jeez. I mean, really, it was so good.
I love Wade, he does a lead in that song. It's just
yes.
Like in the middle of the song.
When we were listening to you live, I told my husband, listen to the guitar, because I'm not a musician. I'm trying to learn, right? But I know what sounds good. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so talented, Wade. Oh my gosh. And gosh, and Lee, you are too. It just sounds good. It just good. Not even good. Great. The combination of you guys.
I always expected that type of song was the song I would end up playing, because I grew up playing like saxophone stuff and like straight up like jazz and blues kind of things. I always try to tell these guys, like, there's this like 12-bar blues thing and it works and you can write a song. Both times I've tried to just like do that, be like, this is an example of how these musical structures work. They're like, oh, we just wrote a song. There's another song, one of our oldest songs, like My Old Guitar is just like, this is a straight 12-bar blues. This is just an example of how this works. Like, you could do this as a lesson on the board. And they're like, oh no, we wrote a song. I was like, no, it's an example. And no, it's a song now. I was like, oh,
wow.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Poor Lee. They're just going to do what they're going to do. Well, you got a song out of it. That's awesome.
They are like two kids with ADD.
No,
like,
believe me, I understand. I'm the same way.
These are my lyrics of unfinished songs.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So
we always know when we've got something, because there'll be a glint in Brian's eye and he's like scrolling. He's like, I know I have the song.
Wade,
just keep playing.
When Wade and Ralph and Pete and Lee all kind of click on that sound, I'm like, oh, I have something for that. Hold on. And I start scroll. I sit down on the floor right here in this room and just start scrolling. And I'm like, there it is. That's the song I thought of.
God.
And I'll just sit there and write as they keep playing and figure out their parts. And that's what, I mean, to me, that's what the East and the Crow is. It's just all of us collectively writing.
Absolutely. But I'm just thinking, Brian, you said you don't play music. You're a lyricist like I am, and a vocalist, obviously. It must be thrilling. I know, because when I've had my songs, to hear the music and go, oh my God, that's that song, right? Yes, you're like, 100%. And you don't know it unless you've written it, right, Brian? You're like, I did that recently. I found somebody was playing music. I was like, oh my God, that's the music I need for that song, because you just know it when you hear it. And speaking of hear it, I know it is getting late. We have to play your last songs. We don't want to miss this. This one is called, wait, let me make sure, Embers in the Sea. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about this real quick. Gosh, I hate it always goes by too fast. Yeah. It goes by too fast.
So Embers in the Sea was, it was a Wade baby. It was Wade's. What was his baby? I don't know. I mean, we're fixing to talk about my baby, so it's a different story.
Oh, okay.
Wade, so I
Okay, we were all not together.
We weren't all
the way
together.
we wanted to be.
Gotcha.
We were in the middle of COVID. We had just
sucked.
we had just finished playing a couple of gigs out of town when we split up. Not split up, but Wade went to Vermont. My wife was pregnant. We were having complications. We ended up having our daughter like 2 to 2.5 months early.
Oh wow.
So she was
That's
in the NICU.
stressful. Oh.
Yeah, she was in the NICU for almost 3 months.
Oh my
And that
gosh.
was about the same amount of time that we were away from Wade, which had never happened before either. The band was practicing on their own without Wade and I. And Wade sent these lyrics, and he's like, hey, this is really personal. This is something I'm going through. And he had written the chorus and the bridge and the melodies. And I had been kind of in and out of writing in between NICU visits and work on my laptop.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And the way that what he sent me hit me, I was sitting alone in my truck at the time, and I just took out my phone and started writing the lyrics for the verses. And that's what Embers in the Sea is. And it's about what Wade was going through in Vermont, the band not being together, and then me writing about my daughter and what my wife and I were going through.
Oh my gosh. I already know. I think this may make me cry. Is it going to make me cry?
It's pretty emotional. It's basically saying to God, like,
yeah,
I'll give up everything. You can have all of it, everything you've given me, everything I have. This is the one thing that I need. Is this one thing that I'm asking you for?
Yeah. Wow. And I am so grateful that everybody's well, right? Everything turned out okay. Praise God. I mean, really, I've been through that. It's really tough. And it's crazy how y'all were both going through things at the exact same time, obviously. And then you add the stress of the COVID. But, we talk about this COVID was bad, but a lot of good actually came out of it because it brought out people's creativity. People discovered their passions, or they had them. They just didn't know it. Maybe, they had a lot of times to themselves. So a lot of good songs came out of it. And I know we lost a lot of good people, but I am so glad that y'all are all here and everybody's healthy and everybody's well. And I'm glad you got through that because it's just part of life. I tell everybody, it seems like, I've discovered as I've gotten older, especially, I think we all go through the same exact things, just a little bit different scenarios, and it's just like, it's just our journey through life. And I always say, hold on through the bad and get ready for the good, because eventually the good comes back. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, especially when you're in the midst of the storm. You never think you're going to get through it. It's like, it's just too much. So let's hear this, because I know it's going to be great. Your songs are so great. This is called, let me make sure I say the name right, Embers in the Sea. Wade, I'm already so excited about this. So Wade did the chorus and you did the verses.
And I wrote the verses.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Whew, I'm getting ready not to cry. And I can play this without putting us in the waiting room. Here we go.
cries out to you. Oh, my soul cries out to you. Oh, my soul cries out to you. I've got a lot to lose and I ain't got nothing at all. I'm as afraid to jump as I am afraid to fall. I felt the whole damn world and I wouldn't care if I lose it all. That goes my everything and I didn't know I could love something this small. And I love you. And oh, my soul cries out to you. 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 To the ground, there's nothing left for me now, just embers in the sea, embers in the sea. Thank you very much.
Wow. 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 My favorite word is now wow. Okay, first of all, that sounds like that should be the song at the end of every show y'all do because it's like your anthem.
Yeah, that's where it's
It
been
is
trending.
Is it really?
It's pretty much
Yeah.
been working itself there. Yes.
Yeah.
For real? Yeah. I see. Because I'm like, man, that's like, okay, here's this, and here's the buildup of all of those. Oh my gosh, that's so
So
cool.
if you watch the Nirvana MTV Unplugged,
Yeah, I've seen part of that actually, a little
okay,
bit.
so they said they wanted an encore, and Kurt Cobain said that after that last song, he had absolutely nothing left to give anybody. Like, he just got up and walked off stage, said hi to people, and went backstage. He couldn't have sang another song. He couldn't have performed anything. He was done, like emotionally drained.
Emotionally,
And
yeah.
that's kind of how I feel after that song. And I think that's probably one of the reasons it's worked its way towards the end of the set, is because like there's nothing left for me to give and for us as a band to give after that. Like, it's done. Like, we said our piece, whether we were here for 45 minutes or playing a 3-hour set, like, this is it. We left it all on stage, and that's kind of, that's kind of where it is with us at the end of the set right now.
And that's exactly what I sensed from it, because it's just so, they're all great, but that one is just like, I don't know, you took it up 4 notches from great to whatever 4 notches from great is. I mean, because the harmonies, the sound, it's just like, man, I can't wait because I'm going to try my best. I can't wait till y'all are playing huge venues. And I mean, I can just see, wouldn't that be something? I mean, I can see it. I really can. Huge venues, and these crowds are just going crazy, hands up in the air, clapping, just like, because y'all deserve that.
Don't help it, Nico.
No, this is what I think you should do. I think you should visualize it.
Absolutely.
Because I believe in you. And I know I'm just Carolyn from Carolyn's Corner, but I believe in you. And if I believe in you that much, and you got to believe in yourself that much, because I do. I see you. That's it. And I don't say that to many people. I did tell Taylor that last night. She's got that quality. Y'all, I've seen a lot of people, but y'all have that quality to where I'm like, I would go pay to see y'all every chance I got. I would. Because, and I mean that. And I'm going to try to get you out there as much as I can, because y'all are so good.
Thank you.
Y'all are, man, you're so welcome. I mean that. And I feel honored. I am honored. I said that in the beginning. I'm honored and I'm blessed that you agreed to come on the show. I can't wait till you come on the radio show and y'all can talk about it and see if y'all want to do it live or play the MP3s. I think live would be really, really cool. But
let's do some live now. It's such a, you haven't seen Wade play him yet.
Like, I know
on the video, but it's not the same thing.
I know. And I want to.
It's going to be. It's insane. Like,
yeah, and do me a favor. I love the song "Embers in the Sea," but please, if you can, I know it's kind of hard to play it in a little tiny. You've been there, so you know how little it is. The studio's very, very little. Try to play that, because I want to be able to hear those lyrics clearly. Because it's kind of hard for me to hear them, and I know the lyrics are amazing. I heard I heard a lot of them, but I couldn't hear them clearly. And I was like, what was that? I kept going like I could get closer to the computer, if you can. I know that one would be like the pinnacle of, at the end. Yeah, absolutely. And Wade, your guitar playing is incredible, sir. You have such a gift. How long have you been playing? Like forever?
Yeah, I've been playing since I was wee little boy.
Wow. And to y'all, it's not a big deal. I'm sure it's like, oh, it's just something we do. But do you ever think, God, I'm proud of myself? And you should. And Lee and Brian, you should stop and say, you know what? I'm making a difference and I'm proud of myself. I really mean that. That's what I want to pat you on the back. You should be proud of yourself, because that's what you're doing is a big deal. Well, not many people get to do it.
I think once we see once we see and hear a completed thing,
yeah,
we see it and we're proud of ourselves and we're proud of each other. Whether it's at the end of the song, I mean, that St. Rita's Dream and other garage recordings, that was literally recorded in a garage, the whole album.
Wow.
And Wade mixed all that stuff and did all that stuff.
Man, you did a great job, Wade.
And
wow, you did a great job.
Completed, it was like, okay, now we can take a breath and really look at what we did, and like we have something to be proud of now. And the same thing with the video.
Yeah.
And then I think you get it at the end of any of our sets, whether it's, like I said, 45 minutes or 2 hours.
Wow.
We bring so much energy and passion into it. We're having so much fun together, being brothers and playing on stage.
Oh, awesome.
That at the end of the song, at the end of Embers, all I can do is put my head down, turn my mic off, and turn around and just hug these guys, because it's like, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of us. We did a show. Like, look what we just accomplished every
Yeah.
single night.
I agree. And I sense that with that song. And it's almost like you just came to the end of a giant tour. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. That song, I'm like, man, I just felt that for you. I was just like, guys, it's like the pinnacle. I don't even know how to describe it. I think you guys are incredible. I can't say it enough. We're going to get together soon. Let's talk about it tomorrow, maybe, Lee, or whatever. And ask Lee, I can start messaging on my voice message and talk to you about everything for hours. You got to say, Carolyn, I got stuff to do. My poor
It's
son.
all good.
Yeah, you know, my son said, Mom, if I wanted to read a novel, because I use voice messaging for everyone I message, if they ever message me, I apologize because it's never right. It never comes out right. And I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. So I
I
apologize.
have more messages from her than I've had from
Probably.
like Ralph or Christian
I know.
the entire time the
I
band's
know.
been together.
Well, because
In like a week.
I was like, I'm gonna ask you about this. I'm gonna ask, and I'm like, what am I doing? After I was like, why am I asking you? Because I felt comfortable with you. That's what, you know, that's why I love you guys. I said you're nice guys. I'm just like, they're just, because you're just regular guys, but you're doing incredible things. That's the way I look at it. You're probably like, no, I'm a
That's our
superstar.
new
You're
tagline. Regular guys doing incredible things.
We are ridiculously humble.
yeah.
When I say
know.
that I'm a rock star or we're rock stars, it's meant to be like a back end joke.
I know.
But for that time that we get to be on stage,
What a feeling,
we
right?
are. I mean,
Man.
that every gig may be the last one we ever get. So that's how we play it.
It's an adrenaline rush. That's how I feel with doing anything. That's why I love doing. I want to help MC. I want to do, because it's just such an adrenaline rush. It really is. And just to get to feed off the people, anything, bring somebody joy, make them smile, make them listen, make them go, what did you say? Wow, that's a good song. You know, and y'all are doing it, and y'all just keep doing it. We're going to have you on the show soon. Even if you're available, this Monday, you can come this Monday. You let me know. It's a Monday night. You just let
I'll
me
be
know.
in California. I mean,
Okay.
they can do it without me, but they
No,
generally don't do
no,
things
no.
without me, which
We're not
is
doing
I
anything
really
without
appreciate it.
Yeah, no. Just let me know. Let me know when you're ready. We're ready. Okay. As of right now, because I've been just playing, I've been playing the music from the podcast guest. I'll hold yours off, of course. And just let me know when you're back. We'll put you on a Monday. Just let me know. I'll make it work.
Good.
And ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all joining us. I know time goes by so quick. I can't believe we've been here 2 hours and I talked for 2 hours. It's easy for me to do.
Same.
I've had a blast. I've had a blast with you guys. I really have. And I am humbled. I am humbled and honored. I really am. And y'all send me where you're going. Where did you say Executive Surf Club was next? Or did you say? I
Surf
wrote it
Club
down.
is in downtown Corpus Christi.
No, I know where it is, but when did you say you're doing Surf Club?
The 12th.
Well,
Let me see.
Yeah,
I wrote it down.
it's a Thursday night.
Thursday.
Oh, you have to be here doing the podcast.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Maybe I can change it my podcast to another night.
But I mean, we're playing that Saturday in Corpus as well during the day. And it's
Okay.
going to be at Buck Days, and that's going to be a pretty fun show. And we could probably really use somebody to introduce us on that big stage.
Yeah.
So,
Let me see what I can do.
know.
Let me
Yeah.
see what I can do. Yeah, just I'd love to do it. It would just be so much fun and get the chance to hang out with you guys and get to listen to y'all. Anytime I can hear you live, I'm there. I'm so there. In the meantime, you take care of yourselves. Please be safe. Y'all take care. Keep practicing, keep singing, and you keep writing those songs. Man, dang, those songs are good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. Make sure you go to check out all of their music. In fact, let me put this up real quick. I know we need to go. Where did it go? I downloaded it. It's vanished. The East and the Crow Band, available on all all music streaming platforms. You can find all of their videos on YouTube. Please go check them out, download them, support them, because the more you support them, the more they can continue to do this great music and entertain everyone. And I love it. I like that. East and the Crow. I love East and the Crow. It's so cool. It's so cool. I need to get a Carolyn's Corner tattoo. No, I don't have any tattoos.
Whatever.
Oh, and you got one there? That's so cool. That is so
She
cool.
says.
You guys are awesome. Where was yours at? I didn't hear you. What?
No, it's fine. You should cut
I'm
that.
sure. All right, guys and gals and ladies and gentlemen that are viewing, thank you so much. God bless you, and we'll see you again. Remember, treat everyone with kindness. We always tell our audience this. Spread a little love, because life is short and everybody's going through something. God bless you. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you. Bye-bye.